All right, for more, let's go to Bloomberg's equities reporter, Stephanie Hughes. She joins us to talk about all of this. Stephanie, two pretty different gold stories to tell today. Let's start with Barrick's and what's going on with them.
Absolutely. So, yeah, Barrick decided to sell its stake in the Donlin gold project in Alaska, and it's been really looking to shed some non-core assets to bolster its balance sheet and looking to dispense with smaller investments. But the real winner in this transaction has been Novagold Resources, which is one of the holders that will be buying the stake here. So Novagold, like you mentioned off the top, was the best performer on the TSX by far, gaining as much as 46% at one point. That was its biggest intraday gain since the global financial crisis in 2008. So for context, at that time, it jumped by over 100% intraday at its highest point. The boost also lifted shares to its highest point since last September, regaining months worth of losses. So for a few more details on the deal, Barrick Gold decided to sell its 50% stake in the Donlin Gold Project in Alaska to Paulson Advisors and Novagold for about $1 billion in cash. So Paulson has about 80%, whereas Novagold holds 20%. But that 20% stake was enough to give a lift to shares there, Marilla.
Okay, so why is this being referred to by some as a watershed moment?
So, yeah, that quote coming from the chairman, Thomas Kaplan, he said this purchase was a watershed moment for the company as it looks to really unlock the full value of the Donlin Gold project. And this is because Novagold has been looking at developing this project for decades after the company struck a joint venture with Barrick on the Donlin project back in 2007. So it seems like traders are really holding the same optimism as the chairman there, which you could see play out in the share price today, Marilla.
Okay, so let's talk about the flip side then, which is Aya Gold and Silver, because it was one of the losers in the market today. It lost ground. Why?
For sure, yeah, it's a tale of two gold names today. So Aya Gold and Silver, those shares declined as much as 8%, falling in tandem with other gold names today. And that's because even though gold it initially broke through another all-time high at over $3,500 an ounce due to Trump's comments about firing Fed Chair Jerome Powell, that record-breaking rally began to reverse course as metals analysts made the case that gold was beginning to trade in overbought territory. So it was looking a little like it was trading at the top there. So gold has, of course, been very popular over the last few months as a safe haven asset, as traders were looking to park their money somewhere less volatile or somewhere that would provide a safe haven as there's been all this economic uncertainty. But today, gold's been cooling off a little bit as traders are taking on more of a risk appetite and shifting back into equities. So in that case, it wasn't just Aya that's down today. You mentioned Torex Gold. That's another decliner. New Gold, Dundee Precious Metals. Those are a few of the TSX listed precious metals names that are struggling today, Marilla.
All right, we have Bloomberg's Stephanie Hughes with that update. Stephanie, thanks. Appreciate that.